Welcome to the autistic community. Before we talk about living with autism, you may be wondering, what exactly is autism? Everyone's brain is different, and the way your brain works is called autism. It's not a sickness or something that needs to be cured. It's the way you see the world, and it will always be a part of you. Many autistic people process senses differently. Things like a bright light or a disgusting smell overstimulate the senses. It's common for autistic people to stim. Stimming is doing something repetitively with your body because it feels good, is calming, or makes it easier to focus on other things. For some autistics, it's hard to hear or say words. Autistic people who can't talk are nonverbal, and they use other ways of communicating, like pointing, pictures, or iPads. Even autistic thinking is different. We can channel our focus very intensely, especially on things we like and don't like. We can also find it hard to process change. Using the term autism can help non-autistic people better understand how you are different. Being autistic means that you see the world differently. These differences can make it hard for you to understand people and for them to understand you. They might tell you that the way you do things is wrong and try to get you to do things their way. Being autistic means that sometimes you have to defend your right to do things your way. When people understand and respect your needs, that can give you the chance to show your way of doing things, which sometimes is the best way of getting something done. As an autistic person, you are considered disabled. Disability is something that the rest of the world does to people whose bodies or brains are different in a way that they don't support. Autistic people are disabled by a world that isn't set up to support autistic people. This doesn't mean that autistic people are damaged or broken. It means that we're different in a way that the world doesn't have built-in support for. Remember that you are okay. You are a person, just like everyone else. You have different needs and ways of thinking, and that's okay. You are good at some things and have to work hard at other things, just like everyone else. The important thing to remember is that we all have differences, and in that way, we are alike. Just like non-autistic people, autistic people have hopes, dreams, wants, and needs. Some may want to go to college, have a job, or live on their own. Just because autistics are different does not mean that we are abnormal. We are just another kind of normal. Being autistic affects how we experience everything. We learn, see, and have feelings in ways that most people do not. This is good, because people with different ways of thinking can work together to make positive changes in the world. You're not the only autistic person. Lots of people are autistic. Some may not be diagnosed yet. Others may choose to keep it to themselves. It might seem like you're the only one right now, but at least 1 in every 68 people are autistic. Autistic people are everywhere. Sometimes we don't like to talk in person too much, so we often use the internet to talk to each other. You can find online spaces or meetup groups to talk to other autistic people. As an autistic person, you have legal rights that protect you and let you be part of society. Autistic students have the right to an individualized education plan, which helps you reach your academic goals, and the right to accommodations that give you extra help in the classroom. Autistic adults have rights under the Americans with Disabilities Act, or the ADA. The ADA says that people with disabilities, like autism, have the right to be treated fairly. There are many websites and organizations to help you understand your autistic identity. Websites like Autism Now, the Autism Women's Network, and the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network focus on how autism affects all areas of life, including social interaction, employment, and legal rights. Your state's Developmental Disability Council is a voice in the government to advocate for policies that promote self-determination and inclusion for people with intellectual disabilities, like autism, and their families. The best resources are those that focus on supports and services, rather than research for a cure. No one knows autistic people better than those who are autistic. We are your #1 resource. The good news is that your future is positive. Just be hopeful. Be honest about your needs and wants. Be observant of what works and doesn't work for you in your environment. Be prepared to meet your own needs. Educate yourself and others on what autism means to you. Focus on your strengths and talents. Use available resources, and live your life to the fullest. By doing these things, you gain the power of creating a successful, fulfilling, hopeful future.